Good morning. Finishing getting a couple little things set up. I'm a little behind. Okay. Almost there. Sorry, it's a little rusty after this nice break. Good morning, all. Right. Race 5. What? Alright, so start with the wheel spin. For everybody who showed up today. 10 iRacing dollars. Going once. Going twice. Scott Carlson. Lucky dog. Alright. Get 10 bucks sent over to him. Alright. On to business. There it is. There was no safety car because it wasn't really that big of a crash. And it was the back half of the field. It has to be like pretty obviously ruining the race for a vast majority of people for us to throw a yellow like that. Nice, not a whole bunch to go through today. It's gonna be a lot at the beginning. Okay, so
Crash.
Alright, so Dudkowski kind of just spins, cold
Crash, crash.
tires.
Chill, guys. Everyone chill. Chill.
He did a fine job, nothing he could do at that point. Didn't do anything, like negligent or anything to cause this. Just kind of happened, trying to leave space, taking a different line. But boy, it gets busy. Unfortunate for Jonathan, he did what he could to minimize it, then gets collected. Let's see. This was me. Oh, kind of bend him. Okay. That's probably Sierra. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, lots going on. We'll get to each one, just trying to get a general view of everybody.
Crash, crash.
Oh man.
Chill,
Okay.
guys. Everyone chill. Chill. Crash, crash.
All right. So, I'm going to start by saying I was pretty disappointed with the lack of patience today. Going into it, like when we're 20 cars back, there's checkups on the green no matter what. So, like, of course, you can take advantage of that, right? Like, I could have gone further here. I had a good run, but I slowed down just because it wasn't worth it in order to, like, maintain it. But doing this, when other cars are checking up just to be patient, that's the opposite of patience. And
here comes the shit show.
yeah, I mean, this is
they was 5 wide.
5 wide and, like, being 3 wide all the way up through the S's off the bat is a bit much.
Who started that wreck? I'm sorry I came in a little late.
The wreck
My
just
race was
started
over.
from Dudkowski slipping.
Oh yeah, you just lost the butt there.
Yeah. And then, so I just want to say I was pretty, classic. I'm not upset. I'm kind of disappointed. That's how it went. So yeah, I'll have to put something in the rules about patience on the first couple corners because I think we're all getting tired of crashes at the beginning, and we need to increase the penalties for people being too aggressive where it's unnecessary. You qualified where you qualified, so accept that position and make it up during the race, not lap one, like that. All right. Dad talk over. Williams couldn't have done anything differently. He did a good job trying to slow down, minimize his impact, and then gets collected.
Chill,
But
guys.
nothing on
Everyone
him.
chill.
Now, I don't have a say in this, so I'll have to submit this to stewards, or if Bradley has a clear opinion on it. But it's me taking out Sierra.
Crash, crash.
We'll get back to that. I know it's no action for him. Julian Reese gets collected.
Chill, guys. Everyone chill. Chill.
Lovings gets collected.
Crash, crash.
I'm
Chill,
gonna
guys.
turn that
Everyone
mic off. Yeah. Yeah. He was braking, just didn't see the second checkup. Yeah, just all unfortunate. Just making sure not one person is doing like something ridiculous to try to get through. Oh,
Yeah. Papa.
okay. Oh, okay. All right, so it's that little touch there as he went by. So Bradley, do you have an opinion on me receiving any penalty for this?
Go to your cockpit view.
Remember, 3 wide.
You got that mean Audi in your rear view mirror. I mean, no. I mean, he checked up because those people were spinning in front of him, but for you, your line looked pretty clear. I mean, let me look at your throttle input here. Yeah, I mean, you was lifted, so I think you tried to avoid it. I think he probably hit the brakes if you lifted and still gained on him.
Yeah.
I
I mean, I
saved
just,
him.
I really didn't want to hit my brakes either.
I mean,
'Cause-
12 people got collected, bro. I don't think you're the causing factor of any of that. I think just a simple apology to that fella and we move on.
Yeah, to Javi. Yeah. Okay. And if anybody feels wrong, can submit a report about that.
He just can't catch a break, can he? Williams
No,
can.
he can't.
Hey, at least he helped old boy to get in the pit lane.
Yeah, he did. So selfless. I mean, yeah, so nothing for them. That's just unfortunate again for Jonathan here. Because obviously Scott couldn't do much about that and was just trying to save it there. So no action on both of those. All right, that's a solid rejoin. That's all right. Where is... All right, so yeah, brakes are on.
Or Mitchell, he had her tuned up this weekend too.
Yeah, he was quick. Yeah, so I mean, this was unfortunate. It was a good...
Yo, Titty, are we allowed to participate in this?
No,
Okay, have fun.
thanks. What was I saying here?
I got a good rejoin, and it was unfortunate.
Right, so he was holding his brakes. I don't know, that probably did
I didn't
something to
see
Cody,
hit him.
but he did everything he was supposed to do. It's kind of unfortunate. So we know that's nothing for Cody. He minimized the impact well. I will need to check the sheet. Okay. Yep. All good. Doesn't sit in any box for receiving any penalties. So no action there. Ah. Okay. It was a little unfortunate, but nothing bad on the rejoin. Brent Cook. Okay, avoiding the spin, getting a tap. That's okay. Mr. Fact just losing it a little bit there. Okay, I think that was a big enough gap, or it was predictable enough. Will might have had to slightly lift, but that's okay. Tiny change in his input. Hmm. All right. So obviously that wasn't O'Brien. We got Claudio and Brent here battling. Yeah, Brent wants that room, it looks like, so they can both go around, but Claudio does not have to give that. That's just using a back marker. Pretty smart way. So this is going to be a penalty on Brent. Let's just see if there's any... No, I mean, Claudio was pretty much out at that point, I think. Okay. So this will be passing overlap on a straight. Forcing a driver off track or contact on a straight results in major damage and or loss of multiple positions. This is going to be a 4-pointer passing contact standard for Brent Cook. I accidentally marked him no action already. I'll put it on Claudio's, but it'll be for Brent here. Okay. Nothing for O'Brien. It's a tough spot to be a blue flag. Good old spin. Yeah. Gonna say that was probably good. Took a lot of care. Okay, that worked out. Nice patience. Nice. That was a lot of curb. Yeah, that was nice. Kept it off the track until it was fully clear, but still was able to get a little momentum while staying out of the way, so that was good. Ah, yeah. I totally get wanting to, drive to an open space like that. But yeah, you'll get disqualified if you're going backwards. Like 100 feet. Oh. So yeah, P3 and P28. Yeah, so hop in the cockpit view. And there was no breaks from David, the car ahead after this point. I was like, this is plenty of time to, you know, just make an adjustment. If you have to go off track to go around or whatever, if you don't want to lose the speed, then like that's a decision. But yeah, you can't just drive through people if they're slower. So gearing, we're gonna do a 4-pointer here for standard, causing major damage. I am assuming. I was actually pretty smooth.
Well, give him 2 extra points to play with for swag points for that one.
Okay, so apex to exit. I think I wouldn't call that major damage or loss of multiple positions. So, because most of those people had already lapped, so we're gonna go with a minor on that. So passing contact minor for Aaron. Yeah, I think Faluna kind of just washed out here a little bit going into the corner. Missed the apex. Room was definitely left on the inside. So let's call that a racing incident. Kind of one of those self-serving. No problem there. Nice job. Nice predictable, staying out of the way as much as he could. That looks familiar. Okay, that was a good job. That's a heavy hit right there. All right, just toes. Might have been a wise choice. No action. Yeah, that's a good choice. You could go in reverse and get into this space, but that was good patience. It's probably the contact when you turned around. Oh man,
Oh Lord.
that was a big hit. Yeah, wise time to pit.
But my only thing here is I mean, I understand cutting the track like that. She's damaged, but I mean, I guess you can kind of see the people coming in cockpit, but I hate for
No,
someone to do
here's
that.
here's where I sit as well is if you have to cut the track in order to make it safely, tow. Like if you,
I mean,
people shouldn't have
the
to pass you twice while you're damaged, right? So
the penalty it gives you for cutting the track is worse than it is towing.
yeah, but as far as etiquette goes, like
Mhm.
those cars,
Oh, show.
those cars shouldn't be having to pass you twice. So yeah, just did a good job, like staying out of the way as much as he could for what the situation was. But when this is the case, like by the time he got, you know, if he just towed when his car was pretty damaged right away, probably would have been finished towing by the time he got here. And then the other cars wouldn't be having to go around him again. So there's nothing really in the rules about that. There's no penalty for it at this moment. But yes, if you have to do something like that, just tow. And like Bradley was saying, the penalty's worse for getting a black, the 40 seconds extra or whatever for a black flag or stop and hold, whatever it gives you for a cut like that. Okay, just classic Watkins Glen pit entry causing checkups. No harm, no foul. Now I know why Damian wanted to be in here to have a say.
What I was thinking.
All right, so what we're looking
What
at here,
position's the other car in?
it's for position.
Okay, so
So it's fourth position.
Okay, so doesn't matter what class these guys are in. they can race. So what we're seeing here, this is one of the reasons bus stop is so hard. Like Damian may not want to take this full curb, and JT can't force him to do that within the guidelines. So guidelines say you must leave one car width on track where the track is defined by the white line or the curb. And so that would mean JT is almost leaving about a quarter of a car width for Damian. Damian could take the curb even if that space is left, but JT can't force him off track like that. So this one's going to be on JT for not leaving room. And he also serves his own penalty. So I'll just see if he rejoins. Does it find rejoin? And got taken out from what would be caused by him. So nothing to do there. Nice turnaround. Right, I think that was good. Oops. Good job though. Even though his car was damaged, kept it controlled in the rejoin. Alright, nothing there. And what looks to be the last... Oh no, it's race over. Okay. Alright, well, not too bad. Overall, pretty good. Better than last time we did Watkins Glen from the start. But, yeah, I mean, really, the starts, they got to get better. I'll just sum it up one more time. Like, if you qualified where you qualified, you don't deserve to be further up. So don't be ruining people's races trying to gain 10 positions in the first couple corners. If you wanted those positions, you should practice qualifying and qualify better. So yeah, we're gonna really buckle down here on these first few corners and the first laps. I'm gonna come up with some additional penalties for people that are being kind of negligent or hyper aggressive. And I'll update the penalty sheet for you guys this week, so it's ready for our next week's race. Next week we have Le Mans. It's a 90-minute race instead of 55. So just be prepared for that. Practice this week, and we will see you next Sunday. Next week's race. Next week we have Le Mans. It's a 90-minute race instead of 55. So be prepared for that. Practice this week,